Otakuans. So, as you know, we just ran our first ever giveaway for
Sir.
Halloween. I know this is kind of coming out a little bit late, and some of you may have even got your prizes, but I want to do a shout out video to those of you who did win. So, y'all know that these giveaways are real because I know a lot of people like to run giveaways, don't actually give people stuff. So, for those of y'all who do know, and for those of y'all who don't know, we did a giveaway collab with Experience Rick on our channel for kind of a Halloween esque giveaway,
Mm-hmm.
and we have some winners. We have 8 winners, and pretty much going to read off their names. And congratulations to you lot. We will be doing another giveaway for Christmas, so stick around and be ready for that one. So our first winner is, if I get these names wrong, I'm illiterate. Okay, um,
Fact.
it's Charlene Fisher. You won the Yu Yu Hakusho Dark Trio. You got Rocky A. Martinez Jr., which won the JJK playmat. Louis Zhao, I think Louis Zhou, and then you won the Hunter x Hunter starter pack, and then you got Dark Goddess Bleach starter deck. You got MD Crane for the. I mean, this was the number one prize here. So the One Piece TCG box set was the MD Crane 1216, and then you got Sarah Lateral,
Hmm.
who won the Shigaraki Funko. You got Stacy Williams, who won the Kenny Funko, and then Sarah Lane with 2 Sarahs there. Imagine if my wife's name is Sarah. Imagine if she come home with just like in the mail. She's like, I won this Funko. I'd be like, you motherfucker. Um, she won the Super Pop Descartes. So congratulations to you 8 on winning the giveaway. We will be running another giveaway shortly
Mm-hmm.
here for Christmas. So be sure to stick around for that. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on our future episodes or our giveaways coming out in the future. You can win a lot of cool anime stuff, whether it's Funkos, playmats, cards. I mean, it's just a lot of stuff that you can get, and it's free. You just got to put in your entries when we drop you guys the website. You just click on the entries. All you got to do is visit some websites. You can sign up with your email, things like that, and you just get a lot of entries. So again, we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. We'll see you in the next video. Okay, so I actually have a anime fan question of the week.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a fan question, one of our first ever fan questions, and I love it. And this was a this was
Don't
a
be
good.
admitting that out loud. We had a lot of fan questions.
No,
First time we
come
announcing
on.
it.
I want to shout it out. I like this. I like this. So our anime fan question of the week is actually really good one, by the way. So, do you think that animators or manga writers, pretty much anybody who creates manga or anime, is running out of ideas, and so now they're just throwing shit at the wall to see if it sticks? I got opinions on this.
um,
I got opinions.
yes and no. I think yes. Oh, yes, we are. They are running out of ideas. I mean, it's across the board. Like anime, it spans across the board over pretty much anything. We had an anime about a fucking vending machine. Let's be real here. Um,
Glad you're
so
admitting that.
so so yes, I do think they're running out of ideas. I
Mhm.
don't think they're just throwing things at the wall. I think they're opening up avenues for other people to kind of get in there and
Mhm.
express their opinions. Because if in my opinion, if it just was they were throwing things at the wall and seeing what stick, there would just be a lot more failures. In some people's opinions, there are more failures, but in my opinion, there are gems that maybe I am not a fan of or you're not a fan of, but it has its audience. And I think someone actually, truly, genuinely liked what they created, loved what they created, and wanted to find an audience that would love their product. People just throwing things at the wall, I don't give a fuck. Throw it at the wall, see if people like it, they like it, good. They don't like it, I'll try the next thing.
So I believe that I'm on the same train, right? Yes and no. But my yes and no is a tiny bit different. So yes, in the sense that I feel like they're going with a mantra of if it's broke, don't fix it. Or if it's not broke, don't fix it. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? So like that we see a lot of animes that are extremely tropey, right? Extremely tropey. I mean, we got how many aristocrat animes do we have? How many healer was banished from the heroes
If it
party
ain't
animes?
broke, don't fix it, bro. You
and
know the
that's and that's
saying.
and that's what I'm saying. So I feel like they're sticking with a lot of if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Mm.
However, my no is that we have to go to the source. We have to go to the OG source material to find out what they're throwing at the wall. These are all manga writers. These are mangas first, most of them.
Mangas, light novels, yeah.
But they're all mangas and light novels first. Now you could look at it two ways. You could say, are all these niggas friends, and so they're kind of just copying each other's stories?
They're all in the same classroom,
right? Throwing it on pages, or are they just writing a story based off of like another story that they read, and then they're just kind of doing their own thing, and everybody just realized what path works, so they're just writing a manga on that path.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I don't think any of the anime studios have anything to do with it. You got to look at where it came from in the first place. So just like there's an actors guild here, I guarantee you in Japan there's probably a mangakas guild where like they all know each other, they all do conferences, or they all communicate. And so if they're like, if me and you are super famous mangakas in Japan, and I'm like, bro, you need to write an isekai series, and you're like, just have, like, say you wrote an anime and it didn't do very well, because a lot of these mangakas have a lot of manga that people don't know about because they just didn't do well. And I'm like, bro, I wrote Healer was banished from a hero's party, and you know it did well, it's getting a TV series, you need to write an isekai series. And you're like, fuck, all right, well then I'll do the shield hero was banished because whatever, you know what I'm saying? And so you get that trope, and I'm like, yeah, fuck it, do it. I think that's a great idea.
It's a
and so then you get that formula, you get that trope, and they're helping each other out, really, because you don't see anybody suing anybody because there's 17 aristocrat fucking mangas. You know what I'm saying? They're helping each other out. So I also agree with you with the whole sticking it to the wall. I feel like if there'd be a lot of flops. Now, that's to a point though, because a flop to me is two-sided. So if it gets an anime series, I think that's a win, right? If it gets animated, that's one win. But your second win is a continuation, and there's a lot of shows that don't get a second season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's part failure. You know what I'm saying? I think that's they're like one for one. One win, one loss. You know what I'm saying? So like
two different sides. Like that show may have gotten a first season but didn't get a second season. But remember, you have shows you're like, damn, why didn't this get a second season? And it definitely wasn't a failure. But you definitely brought up a good point, because shows that are being animated, even receiving the first season, they're already winning. They were chosen out of a large pile of mangas and light novels if the question was, hey, are mangas and light novels, are people just throwing ideas out there seeing what stick? I would probably say yes, because there are hella mangas that exist, bad ones. I have heard and seen some bad ones, and then a lot of light novels that exist that people just don't like. The ones that are chosen to be an anime were the ones that were considered the good ones, and they're hoping that these good ones are going to find their fan base again.
I mean, to one of your points you mentioned a while ago, sometimes I know that they do one season just to promote their manga. So like they get the funds they need to animate it, and then they're like, hey, if you want to know more, come to my manga. You know what I'm saying? And people do. Again, it's a winning formula. But I also feel like a lot of them don't do that as well. So they're just like, oh, this did bad, we're not going to give you a second season. Or there's so many isekais out right now, we're going to wait to give you a second season for another 5 years because this is the same type of shit, So I don't think they're sticking shit to the wall, but I do think they're just going with a winning formula.
Yeah.
And they're winning at the end of the day. I don't think they're running out of any ideas. I mean, if you want to talk about running out of ideas, then we need to talk about certain shows that have been going on for 2,000 episodes. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, you can't run out of ideas if it's 2,000 episodes.
If the formula works, you keep using it. Don't talk about us. Look here.
I don't. Us. I'm part of.
They're not running out of ideas, because animes are still going to be created, and mangas and light novels are still going to be created. Are they throwing things at the wall? It depends on the media. If it's mangas, light novels, of course, people who are writers all the time, they want to write their own book and hopefully something works. They're throwing things at the wall in that opinion. But animes, I think those things stuck to the manga or the light novel wall. And so at this point, they're trying to find their niche.
Yeah, that makes sense.